will have children in the near future. In today's world, there are a lot of factors that come into parenting and how to parent correctly. The three heavy parenting labels right now are permissive parenting, authoritarian parenting, and authoritative parenting. All three mean something extremely different, but only two of them are bad because they will have long-lasting effects on your children in the future. As I'm walking through Walmart or just talking to friends, I can tell how their parents raise them because of how they talk and how they react to certain situations. So today I'm going to speak about why authoritative parenting is way better than authoritarian parenting and permissive parenting. You might be wondering why this may apply to you. If you are thinking about having children or already have children, and wonder if you are parenting right, then stay and listen to what I have to say. Because you might be doing it wrong, or you might just want to learn a thing or two about parenting. I'm going to first explain what permissive parenting is and how it takes a toll on your child's future. According to verywellmind.com, permissive parenting is a type of parenting style that characterizes by low demands and high responsiveness. What that means is your parent might not have high expectations for you, but for every little thing you do, they are going to praise you in every way. Permissive parents act way more like friends than they do parents. They have few rules but are very loving to their children. They are polar opposites of helicopter parenting, which helicopter parenting is when the parents hover over their children at every second of every day and they don't give them space. But instead of hovering, permissive parents are really lax and rarely enforce rules or even make rules for that matter. The parents' motto is kids will be kids. They make no attempt to discipline their kids, because of this, their children tend to struggle with self-regulation and self-control. Also, the children make poor decisions, are unable to manage time or habits, they're way more aggressive and are less emotional, have a less emotional understanding. And they may be more prone to delinquency and drug or substance use. As we look at permissive parenting, there are a lot of bad effects that come with it, but authoritarian parenting also has a lot of bad effects that come with it. Also from the website verywellmind.com, it defines authoritarian parenting as a style characterized by high demands but low responsiveness, which means they're going to have high expectations for you, but regardless if you do them or not, they are not going to praise you in any way. Mistakes are punished harshly and very little nurturance from the parents. Feedback is often negative, and when they give you feedback, they're most likely going to scream and yell at you for every little thing you do. Parents utilize punishment without reasoning behind it, which means whether you get grounded or you just get your phone taken, they're not going to give you a reason behind it, they're just going to do it. Authoritarian parents do not express sweet and nice things to their children. Because of this parenting style, children often have lower self-esteem, aggression, may suffer from depression or anxiety, struggle with self-control, and associate obedience and success with love. Now, as you can see, permissive and authoritarian parenting styles are not all that great because of all the long-lasting effects it has on your children for the future. So let's move on to the best parenting style. Authoritative parenting is characterized by high responsiveness and high demands, which means they're going to give you they have a lot of high expectations for you, but once you do those expectations, they are going to give you a high praise. And all this information is going to come from parentingforbrain.com. These parents are responsive to the child's emotional needs while having high standards, and they're very consistent in enforcing boundaries. After decades of research, experts recognize that authoritative parenting is the best parenting style among all three of them. As the website says, this parenting style has the best outcomes in children, and the outcomes are children tend to be happy and content, understand independence and are independent, good social skills, good emotional regulation, higher academics in school, and exhibit less violent tendencies. So in conclusion, these are the reasons why I think authoritative parenting is better than permissive parenting and authoritarian parenting. There's a good outcome for the kids for their future, equal in responsiveness and demand, and the children have more independence. By independence, I mean that when they go out, they'll understand what they're getting themselves into, and they'll have self-control, whether it be drugs or anything like that, because they didn't have their parents every step of the way to get them out of things, or the parents didn't give them a choice, so they forced them to do things. So I urge you to not raise your kids in a permissive or authoritarian way. They have long-lasting effects on children, as authoritative does not. If I were you, I would go the authoritative route because it helps the kids in their future and gives them a great outcome, and that's all we want is for the kids to have a great outcome in life. Thank you for listening to my speech.